But first, I wanted to just spend a moment or two in awareness of Memorial Day. And I appreciate that there are so many places that I've noticed online today making the distinction between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Veterans Day honoring veterans, and Memorial Day honoring those who have died, given the ultimate sacrifice as part of their service to the country. And admittedly, this is a challenging place for me to sort through my feelings and how to be respectful and honoring those who have died without also addressing systemic things that create a world where I feel like too many people die in the military service. And when military service and when conflict is a tool used more often than it needs to be or should be for the aims that I believe are important for the majority of Americans and world citizens. And so I hope that it's possible to show reverence and show thanks and recognize that we do require people to make this sacrifice in a world that is violent and complicated and corrupt. Is it possible, I hope, to honor those that surrender their rights and their lives to make the world a better place, and also ask, demand, keep the dialogue open with leaders and with a democratic process that continues to question the policies and that put human beings into harm's way, that further agendas, perhaps not taking into account the human sacrifice of lives in the grand scheme of things. I get that it's complicated, but I think a day like today, when we think about those who have died, maybe this is the answer. This is the way to be most respectful, and is to not think big picture about military, big picture about the movement of people and profits through the world, but to think about the human beings and the price that they pay. And it's not just those who die, it is the lives impacted by those deaths, the children growing up without parents, the incredible sacrifice. So I know that's not in the general tone of silliness and mirth that I often dive into, but if we're going to live in a world that's going to ask people to give their life to protect our liberties, then we also have to work damn hard to make sure that liberty is righteous and is worth that kind of sacrifice. Your life is perfect. If you're not aware of that, or there are things in the way of you feeling that and experiencing that, I can help. Join me for the Pink Path. Your purpose, your perfection, it's right underneath the surface. Let's bring it out together.